Hey yo, thanks for tuning in to Celeb Source, your source for celeb news. Now today we have Ja Rule's Twitter fingers going berserk. We got Meek Mill's relationship woes, Glock 9 arrested. I wonder what that's for. Danny Lee on her own entanglement situation. Dr. Phil on Kanye West. I'm curious. I want to know what the man has to say on that. And don't you dare try to offend Lil Baby. Thanks for tuning in to Celeb Source. If this is your first time to the channel, be sure to subscribe, make that notification bell go ting-a-ling like an old Shabba Ranks track, and be sure to like the video if you crack a smile for today. Salute to all new subscribers out there. We appreciate y'all for jumping aboard. Now, first on deck is the artist Ja Rule, who is not only the constant target in 50's crosshair, but even got clapped at by the network ESPN. You're like, hey yo, I thought they only covered sports. Well, I guess that explains the shots. ESPN went on Twitter to remind everybody on the planet about one of Ja Rule's worst moments in his performance history. You're like, which moment was that? Well, I would tell you to guess, but we could be here all day. That was low. Yeah, okay, my fault. The moment in question is a Milwaukee's Bucks halftime show in February of 2019. Take a listen.
Sanchez, we ready?
1 second. I'm loading up. They give me time to load up.
Are we ready? I guess not.
Now, ESPN, you know you was wrong for that. Why y'all brought that moment in history back up to that man? He was just minding his business, doing his own thing, trying to live life, helping small businesses out like any respectable artist would, and y'all turned into 50 Cent and pulled that nonsense out. Now, a guy like me would have saw a clip like that and tweeted back, LOL, times are tough, or something like that. I guess I would try to make light of the moment and share the laugh with ESPN, but apparently some people take themselves a bit more seriously. Ja Rule did not seem to appreciate the tweet and tweeted back a response of his own in detail, saying, quote, I usually mind my business and ignore the white noise, but I think it's very unprofessional of ESPN to try and diminish or discredit who and what I am to this culture. Whoever posts for your social accounts, ESPN, needs to be fired. Close quote. That and that alone could have been a statement. It may have been better coming from someone that was not Ja Rule himself. He continues, quote, be more professional, ESPN, and tell your little social team, now they're little, to have some respect. We speaking on an icon. An icon? Picture me getting roasted in the comments. It ain't hard. Lots of burns. And my response is, yo, y'all speaking to an icon in the industry. It don't matter how many people we reach. You roll your eyes like, please, man, come on now. Icon? Man, watch out. Yo, anyway, he says, we speaking on an icon. Hashtag icon. Now, look, I'm trying to be good, really. The words that come out of my mouth are largely filtered from the thoughts that swim in my melon. Now, he continues on. He says, yes, he continues. He says, quote, so let me get this straight, ESPN. It's not straight yet? You're letting your social team that represents your brand in social accounts with over 16 million followers try and clown me over what was clearly a technical issue with the equipment, and for what? Likes? ESPN clout chasing now. LMAO. I don't think you are laughing your behind off. In fact, I suspect you kind of tight about it. Now, he adds hashtag icon. He continues on and says, quote, like I said, it was a technical issue. Oh, it was the equipment. Look, I believe him. It was the equipment. But y'all always trying it. ESPN, stop playing with me. Yes, please don't play with them, y'all. They even try to get Giannis to say something bad about me. LMAO. F out of here. The devil is a lie. Oh, he wasn't done. You're like, yo, man, he got to be done already, right? No. Look, I got to read it. You got to hear it. That's it. He says, quote, very disappointed to see how unprofessional and disrespectful ESPN is, allowing their social team to be, if you're not holding them accountable, that means you're complicit with oblivious slander and defamation to your 35 million plus audience. Don't try to put it on us. Man, they came for you, bruh. Okay? He ends it off by saying, duly noted. Hashtag icon. You know, before I send stuff out, checking folk or putting someone in their place or something like that, I normally check with someone to make sure, it don't sound weird or anything like that. You like, well, then how did this get out there? Touche. Meek Mill has confirmed that he split with his girlfriend, Milan Harris, who recently had a child with him. Which is sad, because when you have a child, the last thing we want for you is to break up with the person you had a child with. But look, and it's kind of not our business, but I feel like when you told us, the public, you made it our business. So now, here we are, talk about it. Meek Mill said the following. He says, quote, me and Milano and I, decided to remain friends and build our child as separate parents. We still have mad love for each other, but we both came to an understanding. Me and Milan have no fallout either. We're just moving forward. Still love. This for protection so social media won't think we moving wrong. Close quote. Sounds like a premature post, like it wasn't supposed to be released. Like they could be back together right now type stuff. Now, Milano posted something in response, but it was a little more subtle. It makes me love women, when they do this kind of thing, right? They're so subtle. She posted, quote, I never address my private life publicly. I felt like she was saying, so why the hell did you make it public, Meek? She continues on and says, but I just felt the need to say, arrest the cops that killed Breonna Taylor. Close quote. Redirecting our attention from their relationship to more important matters. Nice sleight of hand. But you can't catch the source with your subtle misdirection. Now, one thing we know is certain. Postpartum can be a killer in a relationship, but Meek, my guy, if you're listening, please don't mention that to her, okay? That's just between us, big dog. If you think you're having arguments, it could be connected to postpartum, to which I say, you may have to bite the bullet, big bro, okay? If you're really trying to preserve that relationship, take that L for about 6 months to a year. Yes, you may catch a skillet to the head for 6 months to a year, but Jay-Z taught us in the elevator, bob and weave. Now, whatever you do, don't tell her, yo, celeb source said you might be suffering from postpartum. That's why you tripping all the time. Please, don't tell her that. It's just our hunch, but I'm not a doctor. You're like, and speaking of hunching, no, we're not speaking of hunching. Speaking of doctors, Dr. Phil came through and provided his input on the situation going on with Kanye West. Now, the good Dr. Phil was asked by TMZ what he thought about Kanye's recent behavior in light of Kim Kardashian labeling it as a bipolar episode. He stated, quote, people could look at the antics of someone that's going through a manic episode of bipolar 1 or 2 and really just comment on what they're doing and ignore the fact that this is actually a disease and it involves imbalance in the brain. I'm assuming he means like a chemical imbalance. He continues on and says the best approach is containment. And I know that's not a great approach, but once you reach 18 or in some states 21, once you hit the age of majority, then parents and spouses become influencers and not controllers. They can't dictate what happens. You're not dealing with them, the person that you know. And I could have sworn somebody in our comment section said that. Like, this ain't the old yay. You're not dealing with them, the person that you know, and that's the reason, and that's why I say containment is best. Now, Dr. Phil finished up his statement by saying Kanye shouldn't be judged as a jerk. He's dealing with a disease. Now, some of y'all are like, yeah, but he's not a real doctor, because he got a master's degree in psychology or something. But you got a bachelor's degree in business. Talk about your lady certifiably crazy. You ain't a doctor. Glock 9 has been arrested. For what you ask, take a guess. Danny Lee has found herself responding to a fan concerning a few of the details of her relationship with the baby. See, I know that every now and then, artists are going through their social media waiting to see if their names pop up, and when it does, or whenever they're triggered, they come out the bushes and respond. Now, a commenter by the name of Shayna was coming to Danny Lee's defense, saying that Danny Lee is not a homewrecker. Now, apparently, Danny felt the need to come on stage and address the matter herself when she said, quote, "But I don't care to explain to anyone in the world because I really don't owe y'all nothing, although you're here. The world has more hate and would rather me be a woman that started something with someone that was already in a relationship. So I don't care at all. LOL." Close quote. Wrong place for that LOL, but I think I feel what she's saying. If folks want you to be bad, no matter what you say, you'll be the bad guy. That's probably what my girl Billie Eilish was talking about when she said, "Oh, I'm the bad guy." And if you don't know who Billie Eilish is, you need to expand your mind, Craig. And finally, how dare you look to Lil Baby for a feature and you don't have 100 racks on deck? You're wasting your time, our time, and his time. Lil Baby stated, quote, "I'ma feel offended if you want a verse from me but don't got 100K. Respect my hustle," because that's what it is. People at Best Buy and the beauty salon, they ain't working for free. They're experts in their field. You pay them. Lil Baby gonna cook up the track, so pay up, man. Look, folks think, oh, he just talking, so it should be free. No, Lil Baby working. And he said, quote, 100K cheap, by the way. Do your streaming research, close quote. Now, some research says 1,500 streams make approximately $1. So get that measly 50K out of Lil Baby's face and let his arm go. He ain't doing it for less than 100K, period. Yo, let us know what you think. Is Lil Baby selling his feature at a reasonable rate? Given the amount of music that comes out, would you take the risk and drop the 100 racks, knowing that that song that you make with Lil Baby could potentially fade into obscurity and you could be out 100K? Let us know your thoughts about some of our other topics, including that one. Yo, thanks for tuning in to Celeb Source, your source for celeb news.